So let's go get some fishermen. He'll take 3 gold to take us around the wall. We just tell him we have to get out of town, and then some bullshit about not letting anyone out. So yeah.
Okay.
We'll make 2 gold profit.
So I look out and I try to see where like everybody is focusing. Are they still focusing on like the burning inn and stuff?
You look around the corner, or what are you looking at now?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to see where like if everybody is still focused on the inn. I'm trying to catch what the crowd is paying attention to.
It's dying down, and if you look to the sky, you're not seeing like tall embers anymore. It seems to have been fought down and under control, so things are kind of returning to normalcy.
Yeah. Okay. I say, Finkelmeyer, I think you got a good idea. Let's go find some fishermen who can just ferry us around the wall and get the hell out of here. This place is giving me the creeps. No cursing, dragon sorcerers everywhere. God.
It's about time that you say something nice to me. You've been making fun of me this whole time, ever since I've known you.
Well, maybe if you didn't burn down inns every time we stopped somewhere.
Maybe they could stop chasing after us after you stop telling them that I'm going to pay the damn tab.
I thought you were good for it. I didn't realize you were
Yeah, bro.
What are we doing?
All I realized was I had
telepathy we're arguing over nothing. He has a small penis.
So as you guys are around this corner and you're having this argument, you're in a place, by the way, to describe the situation. It's kind of the alley is towards the wall of the city itself, so it's darker over here. It's not seedy by any means, but it's just darker. So you guys are concealed, and you're around the corner. And through that alley, you can see the street, but only, by like a 7-foot diameter, so you're not getting a whole world picture. But back the way you came from the pirate who will never be named at this point in time, you hear a door open and you can hear like misdirectional echo voice. Some things are carrying over, but not everything. And you hear like, who? Where? And you hear, Bjar, the name is Captain Morgan, Bjar, and that kind of. But they're talking. You can hear someone is talking to Captain Morgan.
Okay. Good. Let's get the hell out of here. And I start striding down the alleyway.
You throw your cape over your shoulder.
What form are you in right now,
tossing,
Jen?
cape tossing.
All right, let's go. On y va.
Jen, what form are you in currently? Human form or elf form?
I don't have a human form. I just have half elf.
Okay, you're currently a half elf though.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Why?
Nothing.
Okay.
All right, so you guys follow the beer-bellied bard out into the sunlight in the street, coming out of the darkness, and things have returned to normal. People are milling about. It's about early to midday, 2 to 3 o'clock. Weather here is gorgeous, nice and summery. Off in the distance to the right, you can see the 2 guards. They don't seem interested in you or even to be aware of you. They're just kind of looking around at the gate. Behind you is the dark alleyway leading back to Captain Morgan's place, as well as other shops. And to the left, way down the street, you can see the inn. The fire has been fought. There seems to just be people working around it, and outside of it, you can see guards with their arms crossed. A couple of people that have larger, bigger helmets and bigger plumes coming out. You'd recognize them to be officers, and they're pointing and looking around, and it, all attention is still there, but everything else seems to return to normal.
Yeah.
Guys, I think we could use another distraction.
No. I don't.
I look for an alleyway that has nobody in it.
Oh my god.
Behind you,
want another distraction?
So behind you, there's an alleyway that there's nobody in there, and again, the wall is behind you, so you can just probably assume that for every building or shop that you go, there's not going to be a whole lot behind that because that's not really a common place to travel.
All right, I'm going to cast another fireball in the alley, get everyone's attention.
So
hold on. First off, before I actually cast it, there's no one in the alleyway. Is there anyone looking in my direction, or is there a large enough group of people that one of them might perhaps be looking in my direction?
Oh yeah, it's midday in a big city. There's people all over.
I turn to Fawn and I say, Fawn, I know that look in his eye.
I walk back into the alleyway.
I have the gold. Let's go. And I start swiftly walking away from the scene of the impending crime.
Sylph throws his cape over his shoulder again and starts to march in the opposite direction. Meanwhile, Finkelmer turns around and walks back into the alley. Girls, what do you do?
Viens, on le suit. And then I say we follow the bard.
Okay, and I follow, and my cougar, so he follows me into the darkness, like wherever he can.
Geoff, I turn the corner. and
This
approach
fool will get himself
the
in
nearest
trouble.
guard that I can see.
Okay, there's a guard
And
just kind of hanging out on the
I say,
side of
Sir,
the street.
there was a strangely draconic and sorceress-looking individual down that alleyway, right over there. He was wearing a long black robe, and he had bloodshot red eyes. I think there's about to be something that's going to happen down there. So, it was very concerning, and I'm scared for my life. So, if you
Citizen,
please-
your security is of the utmost importance. I will be
Thank
right
you.
back.
and
That's
I
probably about
stride
the time
off-
that the fireball goes off or not goes
He
off.
strides off down in that direction. You say that's about the time you cast the fireball?
I mean, I was just going to walk into the alleyway so that there would be no one to see me casting the spell, and then cast it into the alleyway down below beyond me.
With your back to where everyone else walked, though, right? So you're casting it up against the wall?
No.
So it's
I'm casting
basically
it
coming
down
back
the
to
length
your
of the
face,
alleyway so
which-
that when it explodes, it doesn't kill me.
So you're in the alleyway and you're casting it across the street where everyone's milling about into the
No, I'm
pocket.
casting it further down the alleyway.
Deal. I keep trying to describe this for you. The wall is along there, so you could go to face the wall, turn right, and cast it that direction down the length of houses if you wanted. But it's the 30-foot wall that is around the entire city is the alleyway. That's what makes up the wall.
Oh, the alleyway is between the
Yeah.
wall and the houses.
Yeah.
Oh, I want to
Well,
look
it's not
down the area where
between.
there's
It's what makes the alley.
right.
It's houses, wall.
Okay, so I then cast it down the alley between the houses and the wall, as long as there's nobody down
Yeah.
there. Is there anyone down there?
So you're doing it in like the opposite direction of where Captain Morgan's house would be. I'm assuming.
Correct.
Right.
No, I want to do it whichever way is away from the ocean.
Oh Jesus! You guys. I'm going to be the best EM after this. After the rings you're making me jump through. Yeah, I mean, in that direction, it's dark. Like I said, though. Remember, the houses and the wall all block out most of the sunlight. So so imagine as dark as an open area otherwise alleyway could be.
Well,
but you
I
don't
just-
see people.
There's people though.
No, you don't see
You
people.
don't see
for the
people.
most
Perfect. Yeah, that's great. Then I want to take a glance behind me to make sure that while I'm in this side alleyway, that there's no one directly behind me that would see my hands moving about casting.
Oh yeah,
these spells.
absolutely. The bub and the barkeep are running after you right now.
I turn around and I see Bubba and the barkeep.
Yeah, they were just talking to Cap. Yeah.
Okay.
I told-
Is there anyone else in their direction?
No.
I cast fireball at them.
Okay. Roll for it.
Meanwhile, I'm
11.
like, well,
Oh, damn.
Oh shit! I keep forgetting to switch the overlays. It's so much harder when we're using.
All right. What's the damage?
Was it 2d6? I believe.
2d6, yeah.
5.
Neal.
Oh.
So you actually let me to do this. Oh, I forgot to get my dice out. No, I got it right here. Because it's actually their health is technically D6. So let me. This is funny. One of them needs to roll.
Killed him.
One of them needs to roll perfectly to somehow survive this inferno you're about to cast on him. So this will be Bub. Nope. And this is the barkeep. They both rolled a 5. So you turn around in the alley. You turn towards. You're about to cast a harmless fireball, but then you hear footsteps behind you. Turn back around. Bub and the barkeep, who spotted you because you boldly just kind of walked out in plain view, start sprinting towards you. You hurl a fireball. It hits both of them and explodes them into just gore. There's
do we see
charred
that, or
bones.
are we like?
No, you don't see that.
Okay.
Do we
You
hear
guys
it?
are out in the street walking away.
I turn and run the opposite direction, yelling, "Oh my god! Dragon sorcerer!" Flailing my hands
they
in the air.
explode, and Captain Barbossa's front of his house starts to catch on fire. By the way, the guard comes rounding around the corner and sees
Dragon sorcerer! Dragon sorcerer!
He goes running the opposite way down the aisle, and he can just see the glow of fire, and now more fire rising up there. And he says, "Son of a bad word!" And he goes running forward, rounds the corner, sees the fire, doesn't pay you any attention,
So-
and starts calling for more guards to come and help him fight the fire.
We just see or hear the explosion, right? Basically, in the commotion.
Correct.
Okay, so I'm like, damn it, guys, the spirits were right. They told me about the great danger that follows Finkelmer.
Yeah, it's pretty bad, but I've got the gold, so we should keep going. Let's
Okay.
find a boat. And get out
I
of
want to
here.
get to the end
So
of
as
the block
you guys are
and then make
making
it
way in a
towards the
different
harbor.
direction, you see more guards kind of filing out of the tower, and they're running over there. They're calling for bales of water. More panic seems to come here, and you can just faintly hear the echoing voice of a panicked, gorgeous wizard running down the alleyway saying, "Dragon sorcerer, dragon sorcerer." and women are gasping again, and children are like, again, yeah, and everyone starts to scream and cry.
All right, then I start doing it too. I'm like, oh no, dragons! They're back.
I'm beginning to believe he really was a dragon sorcerer.
I'm making my way to the port.
Ah, dragon sorcerer.
boat.
Are we at the port by now, Geoff?
So you're just making a beeline towards the port?
Oh yeah.
I mean, the fireball went off when you were talking to the guy. You can't be that far ahead of me.
Probably not, but we were definitely leaving.
So I'm gonna actually start drawing
You
stuff.
walk away from explosions.
So like, let's put it this way. So let's say this is a very loose. It's a square, big city. Okay, it's like this.
Anyway, you can still talk to me, right? You can be like, "Where are you guys?" And I'll be like, "Damn it, get out of my head!"
I can't.
All
I don't
right.
have a way of showing drawings without using the old Misscliks overlay.
No, we don't.
That's fine, I guess. Or not. Maybe this is just for you guys, just so that you know. But this is like, these are buildings along the back alleyway, as you can see. So Neal is running literally like this direction.
Yep.
And then in every corner, like these are guard towers. These are gates. There's gates at, the 4 points, basically.
Where's the wharf?
So that would be, like I said, the tavern was in the seafaring direction. So you would be running down this alleyway, and I would say that this wall on this side with the X's is still a wall, but it kind of opens up in the direction of the water, and this would be like a big harbor, basically, with docks and boats and that kind of thing.
Yep, that's where we're going.
So you guys were taking a path like this, probably going back down the street. Neal is running this way, screaming bloody murder.
Sounds accurate.
You left earlier, but Neal is sprinting. Or not Neal, excuse me, I should be using names. Finkelmer. So you guys, if you looked to your left, you would see a very attractive black-robed wizard running and screaming his head off.
Interesting.
But it's this is a good 20-minute walk, by the way. That's how big the city is or so.
Don't make eye contact. Ne contacte pas les yeux.
And I'm still in shock that he can talk to me. I'm like, what? And I keep running.
You did learn some animal language. Je suis impressionné.
Me too, moi aussi. Moi aussi. Arr!
Fais attention à Finkelmer.
Ouais. And then Geoff, I always run like, I don't fully run like a human. Sometimes I like put my hands down and I run like an animal, and then I stand back up.
Sure, run on all
Like
fours.
halfway, yeah.
Okay, so you guys are just kind of walking, and Sylph seems to be like telling you to not make eye contact with the otherwise hysterical wizard. You guys are getting closer to the original crime scene, where again you can see a lot of purple cloaks, gold armor, just generic guards kind of milling about. But there is definitely one figure of some form of importance that has his back to you. He has a red cape instead of a gold one. Armor's a little bit more ornate, sword's bigger. You would recognize them to be a knight, which is the acting officers of this army.
Can I pause for a second and just sort of very intently study what's going on? Maybe watch, see if he's giving orders, or how people are reacting to his presence.
Sure. So there's like a cater of people around him. They're taking orders and then moving off to go delegate, or are being delegated rather, but
That's
to
my
even delegate further. So again,
okay, cool.
What's that?
I am rolling a discern realities.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so you get 3 questions. So So one of them.
So
go ahead.
So as I'm studying this scene with this guy in this red cloak, who's really in control here?
Certainly,
Clearly.
there's only one leader figure here, it would seem.
Okay. What is about to happen?
You could just straight up ask what's about to happen.
Yeah.
I guess the new commotion is behind you guys. So you're entering into a more peaceable place, so anything could happen. Like, they're not the only people that knew that it was you two are now dead, and everyone else is pretty convinced that there could be a dragon sorcerer just sowing terror here.
Yeah. What here is useful or valuable to me?
But we don't know that the guys are dead.
Well, we did hear an explosion, right?
Yeah, but we can.
We didn't know they were there.
Specifically don't know, but you do know that they were the only ones that knew, because that was...
Yeah.
So you know that everyone else doesn't know anything. What's useful to you would just be that you have kind of entered back into neutral territory where you have a clean slate, I guess. Anything is possible.
Anything is possible.
Anything.
Do we arrive at the harbor together?
No, you're screaming down the alleyway.
I mean, I stopped screaming after a couple of blocks. I don't scream all the way to the alleyway.
I say that like I just know that. Like, oh, I'm sure Sylph will calm the... Or not Sylph, excuse me. Finkelmer will just calm down.
I mean, if I didn't say that, would you just assume I scream for the rest of my life?
That's the life. Until you hit the wall and die.
That's how it works.
No, I'm just kidding.
You didn't specify it, Neal.
I know, isn't it great?
Specify your actions.
I know.
Ooh, wow, yeah, that's a good
I mean,
point.
if you don't say it ends, it's probably still going.
Yeah, so they're walking off, acting calm. Sylph seems to be, convincing them again to just kind of ignore your presence. But apparently, I was supposed to know this. You just stopped screaming after a couple of blocks.
Yeah.
Probably walked out of the alley and saw your friends 20 feet ahead of you walking deterministically towards the original place that you burnt down.
And I motion to Fawn, and I say, okay, Fawn, I think everything has calmed down. We can sort of relax. I'm sure that the guards have apprehended that terrifying Finkelmer. I don't know, where did we pick him up anyway? That's strange gentleman.
And then I pop around a corner, hello.
Oh, dear, sweet,
God.
red-handed god of bloody hands.
Oh yeah,
hi,
I should have told you,
Finkelmer.
Fawn. I could hear him. Like from telepathic, he kept yelling my name. He was like, "Where are you guys? Where are you guys?" But it's driving me crazy. I don't know what to do with it anymore.
Right?
Why
Yeah.
don't you
Know
ask
his
him?
thoughts. You just communicate telepathically.
We can communicate. It's not perfect communication. Like,
Okay.
it's not mind reading.
Why don't you ask him to stop talking in your head?
But I have been. He's just like, and he's like saying all these weird stuff too, like trying to, I don't know, like I would say charm me, but I don't know if that means anything to me. I'm just confused. What is going on? I hate him.
You should be really careful. The spirits have told me that great danger follows him, so we should watch out for this guy. I mean, he seems to want
Finkelmer.
to...
And he has Myrrh in his name, and it's like the name of the city, right? Myrrh. Oh, I'm so confused.
Finkelmer, Mer, and
So as you guys are kind of stopped there having this conversation, and life is returning to some semblance of normalcy, but still people seem very cautious, and more people are walking with their hands across their chests and kind of across their belly. The human subconscious language for I'm uncomfortable and I'm nervous. One guy kind of walks up, moseys on next to you guys. Just a normal town folk and says, word has it that there is a dragon sorcerer going around setting fire to everything that says dragon in it.
You know what? I heard it was the dragon sorceress.
Yeah, I heard she had a husband, but she killed him, and then her kids went off and became the Dark Lords of welcome way.
I heard she ate his heart.
Yeah, I heard that too, and I heard his heart was actually his head.
I didn't hear that.
This goes on for some time, and he just kind of
heard
like
it was-
ends up nodding,
And I say,
sitting on the ground, and walking away.
I say, good sir, listen,
stops.
all this stress and trouble has my mind on romance. Do you know where one such as myself could buy some romance in this town?
Oh,
Just to relax for a bit, for an evening, maybe.
there's
Evening's companionship.
one of the inventors of the town created this new kind of I guess it's like a reclining platform, and the sick pervert actually put a hole on it, and some people speculate that he makes with
Okay. I'm thinking more like in person.
people.
Person, yeah, personal.
I'm sorry.
I know. I see why you might have assumed. Well,
it's harder for a. I mean, the Red Dragon Inn used to be one of the best places, from what I reckon. But my brother's sister's cousin's aunt actually told me that her next door neighbor's dog's walker, that is best friends with the Labrador.
So your cousin's aunt.
my cousin's aunt's sister's daughter, next door neighbor that has the
Is
dog.
it you who's speaking with the Labrador?
No, the Labrador's owner. The dogs are best friends with my sister's cousin's aunt that is the next door neighbor to the Labrador that's best friends with a Yankerdoodle. The Yankerdoodle's parent told me that there is a place. It's on the docks. The ladies
How does the Labrador look?
I'm sorry, what?
The Labrador in the story.
How did it look?
Yeah, is it a cute dog? Is he ugly?
No. It had a horrible fishing accident. It had its entire left side of its cheek ripped out. So,
Rawr!
not to make it happy, but when it smiles, its entire tongue falls out of its face and they have to put it back up into its mouth. It's really weird.
Aw, I wish I could help him. We should go help him, guys.
Yeah.
We need to get out of here.
Anyways, it's the docks. It's a place
Hey,
that's
we're headed to the docks. We'll see you later.
the Sea Salt Shoreman. It's called the Sea Salt Shoreman.
Got it.
Sea salt shoreman.
Farmers.
Shush.
Down by the seashell.
I'm a lutist.
It's by the dock. It's just the
I'm
Sea
a
Salt
lutist, not a wordist. Let's go. Thank you, kind sir. And I skirt like a courtly bow in my finery.
He does like a hand thing and spits on the ground again and walks off.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So, I guess, do you guys want to try and find this whorehouse, or do you want to just get a
Let's just get on
fisherman?
a boat. Yeah, let's get a fisherman to take us around the city. Just around the wall.
Okay,
Yeah, it will
so
probably work.
I guess we just go to the docks and try to look around for a fisherman who looks like his life might be significantly improved by the addition of 5 coin.
By
Okay.
the addition of 3 coin.
Look, man,
Yes. Look,
I'm
I'm
willing to pay the full 5 to get out of this crazy place. We got dragon sorcerers, maybe 2 of them, maybe one of them ate the head of the other one, and they're burning the town down.
It's crazy.
So you guys are walking up and you guys are having this conversation. You walk past the kind of the policed situation. You don't draw any attention. You make your way over to the docks, and the docks
Just we
this
have
is
a cougar.
with a cougar, which apparently people are pretty okay with because I forgot to make any comment about that at all.
Yeah, he's always running in the shadow. He knows that. I
Yeah,
told him.
people see a cougar.
Lots of
for God's
shadows
sake.
in
It
this
is a
town.
city. You guys make your way to the docks to describe the scene for you. It's like I said, it's a pretty big city, but we're not talking cog. Nothing like that. But there's little fisher boats. There's like fisher houses that seem to be kind of career fishermen type of things. There's people that have pulled nets onto the dock and they're cleaning fish. They're crabbing. This seems to be more densely populated and there's more people milling about than in the city. Because this is their main commerce. This is kind of where all things get done for the most part. And this is, a major port of travel for people. They come into town here and then make their way to the countryside and that kind of thing from here. So you pull out and, it's basically at your mercy. You said you're looking for a person that can
A poor
benefit
fisherman that has a...
There's plenty of that. Plenty.
We go up to
Yeah,
the very
sure.
first one that we see.
Okay, so you walk up to this guy. His shirt is the dirtied color of what must have been white at some point in time, but now it's tattered and patchwork, and it's soiled with sweat. And he's got his back to you. He's wearing a beanie type cap, but underneath that you can see a bushy, gigantic head of brown, curly, fro-ish hair. And he's wearing kind of like tethered blue jean capri-esque pants at this point in time because they've just been so worn down. And you can't hear what he's saying, but you hear very faintly like, oh, yeah? Okay, just a little bit more. And he's cleaning out fish. What do you do?
sit in the
I
garden.
would like to approach this gentleman.
You tap on his shoulder or?
Beer belly leading the way.
Okay.
And I pull out my wineskin filled with ale, and I take a swig of it next to him, and I sit myself down and say, by the bloody, anyway, by any number of body parts of any number of deities, it sure is hot today. Wow, I don't know how you can do it, my friend.
Upon hearing this, he rotates around and he stands up and he says, "Friend, it's always a little bit cold, a little bit hot. The ocean offers so many things. I'm so happy to be here."
That's very philosophical, friend. I think I like the cut of your jib. Now, listen, friend.
My name's Ross.
Ross. Ah, well, my
Ross
name
Bob.
is My name is Sylph. Now, yeah, how are you feeling today, Ross? Was it a good catch?
Well, I woke up feeling good, feeling great. Added a little bit of caffeine to my day, and went out and did what I do every day. I enjoyed the ocean, the blues, the greens, just kind of the.
Aye, that's fantastic, Ross. Reminds me of the open road. I love traveling the open road. It's so peaceful and calming. You see the green of the trees, the birds singing in the air. So, Geoff, would you say that I am speaking frankly with this person?
Sure.
Ha 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 ha. I have a move called Charming and Open. When you speak frankly with someone, you can ask their player, that'd be Geoff, a question from the list below. They must answer it truthfully. Then they may ask me a question from the list, which I must answer truthfully. So I would like to ask him, say, friend, how could I get you to ferry us around the wall? Just around the wall of the city. We could pay. Well, I could leave this drink with you. I'm
not going to lie. It would cost you a little bit of money, like not a lot, just a little bit of money in the pocket, like 2 gold.
Okay.
But my boat is not a large boat. It's kind of a smaller boat that usually I just go out, but I've been known to take out a couple of my friends out there for a fishing trip or 2.
Listen, Ross, did you want to ask me a question, Geoff? I can post the questions in chat so you can consider them.
I'm a family man. Both my sons have gone off to be very high-ranking guards, so I don't want any trouble. Can you promise me that there won't be any trouble?
Life is filled with trouble, my friend, and if you are too much of a coward to face a little of it, you are not worth our time.
So he kind of looks over the shoulder of this really enigmatic and very polite, super friendly bard and sees this gorgeous wizard with strangely bloodshot eyes, and he's being kind of rude, and he's like, friend, truer words have never been said, and that's why I want to avoid as much trouble as possible. So if I can ask someone to take trouble down a notch again, and just to put it away. Just put it away for now. That's how I want to operate.
Put it away.
I say, Ross, would you give me 1 moment with my friends here?
Absolutely. Friend, take not even just 1 moment, take 2, take 3.
We'll make sure the trouble stays out of it.
Take a little bit more.
You're incredibly generous. Okay, so I huddle up around with my friends here, with Finkelmer and
this guy's
Fawn,
going to turn us in
and of course her. And I say,
what's going on.
Listen, we can get out of here. I think we should take it. This guy seems like he's on the level. He just doesn't want any trouble. So if we can just play it cool, everybody relax.
Yeah,
nobody act like an animal.
He just said that his children went off to be guardsmen. You don't think that he's going to tell them about this story later?
You know what? I think we can offer him 3 gold. He only asked for 2, 50% tip. I think his mouth is sealed.
I think his relationship with his children is worth more than a gold.
Finkelmer, if we get to the other side of that wall and you still don't trust him, kill him.
All right, done.
Whoa. There has been enough killing for today.
Isn't you're just back to Ross?
We're whispering.
You absolutely hear what are you whispering?
Okay, we're huddled and we're whispering.
Okay.
I think
kill him.
I think he seems like a great guy who enjoys and respects nature, so I don't see any reason to kill him whatsoever.
Fine, I won't kill him.
I agree.
As long as he takes my cougar. Rar, can Rar come on the boat?
You
don't
speak
back
any
to
of
Ross.
this.
Yeah, how are you saying that?
You have no idea what's being said.
I need to...
She's telepathic.
Look, you made a character that can't communicate.
I know.
I tried to help, and then you got mad at me. This is your own fault.
You're not telling me anything?
No, you got pissed. You yelled at me for talking to you. You said you didn't like it. You said you hated me.
I turn back to Ross.
If you're...
fun.
And I said, my friend,
you
have an animal we would like to ferry.
I love animals. The enrichment they give to people, the joy, the happiness. What kind of animal is this, friend?
No, it's a cougar.
I hate cougars. They're terrible. They eat people. They bite babies. They're feral creatures, generally
doubling
speaking.
the cost of our ferry satisfy your concerns?
It is the nicest, tamest cougar I have ever met.
Friend, I usually make 1, 2, maybe 3, and sometimes a joyous 4 in an entire month. I will do it. I can do that. I need you to keep the cougar away from me. If this was me, I need it not here, but over here on the other side of the boat.
I turn to Fawn and I say, Fawn, can you communicate this to her? Is that
I got it. No worries.
I got it. No worries.
So as you guys are communicating, having a conversation about the cougar, you you kind of notice to the right, just behind him to the right, is one of the only cogs. And along the side of the cog, actually, do we do perception tests or no? You just I just tell you what you see, right?
Mm-hmm.
You see that the name of the cog next to it is my matey's deck. It says in beautiful livery there, and if your eye kind of goes up because crawling all around it is people dressed in the most fanciful and ridiculous ways, usually involving stripes and polka dots and little black boots and big pluming pants and shorts. And they're just milling about, and you hear lots of yars and yars and yars. And one thing that kind of catches your ear is one guy saying, "Scrub the decks, mateys! We have Captain Morgan. He's asked for the ship. He's coming down in just a few moments." Yars, yars.
You called him a different name earlier.
It was Captain Morgan.
Captain Morgan?
Yeah, it was Captain Morgan.
Yeah, but then
was
later
totally
you
the
called
name.
him Captain, the guy from...
Barbosa? No.
Yeah,
There
you
was
called him
Barbosa
Barbosa.
and
No.
Captain Morgan.
No.
That's two different people.
Okay.
Yeah.
The right.
Barbosa, you'd best believe Barbosa. different
Nobody does
character.
Barbosa except for Steven. That's absolutely for sure. Okay, so you guys, sorry, I'm just interrupting you with this visual aid that you see now.
Let's
Yeah,
hop on
yeah.
the boat. The little fisher boat.
What's
Alright,
that?
let's go.
I turn to Ross and I say, "Listen, Ross, do you know anywhere we could find a female companion for a one night for 2 gold?"
I
well-
don't understand the. Do you mean for?
All right,
two
let's go.
Okay, yeah, sure. Let me just bring in the rope a little bit. It's a golden rope. It's beautiful. It feels rough in my hands, but at this point in time in my life, it's like silk. I'm just gonna pull it in. Once I get the rope in and I get my nets in and we're ready to go, we can be off in 10 minutes. It should be no problem at all.
That sounds wonderful. 10
That
minutes is
would be lovely.
10 minutes is a little long. Is there any possibility to speed it up?
Can we help
You know what? It's break time. Why don't we come back from break once he's finished with his boat?
Why don't we help
I don't
you?
think it works that way, but we can take a break because we're supposed to. Yes.
Sorry, not to rush, but yeah. All right.
Okay.
Well,
Let's take a break, guys.
see you soon.